an officially sanctioned drone, by the way. That is officially sanctioned. There was one a few years ago that an audience member brought that they.
seated. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I did not hear you. Good morning. Awesome. Welcome to the 55th commencement ceremony of Herbert H. Lehman College. I am Dr. Peter Nwosu, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Student Success. And I want to begin by saying congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. Because we are holding this memorable event on the Lehman College campus, we wish to begin by recognizing the people that once made this place their home. Lehman College acknowledges that it occupies land in Lenapehoking, home of the regions or regional people, the Lenape. Yes. In recalling to our memory the Lenape's forced removal and relocation from their homeland, and the centuries of violence perpetrated against them and other indigenous people, we strive to expand awareness of our collective history and counter the erasure of indigenous experience, both past and present. We honor indigenous ways of connecting to the land and to all living beings, and we seek to emulate that model of an engaged and sustainable relationship to our environment. We commit to carrying these values forward in the mission of this college as a place of refuge, as a place of relationship and renewal, a place of renewal that fosters the health and well-being of this diverse community. And now I am pleased to introduce Professor Penny Prince, Professor of Music, who will be presiding over today's event.
Thank you, Provost Nwosu, my favorite provost. And now, please rise for the presentation of the flag and colors by the New York City Police Department Color Guard Detail. The national anthem will then be sung by Jadalyn Garcia, who is also graduating today, and the Lehman College Community Band, conducted by Professor Alan Hollander, will accompany Ms. Garcia. So please remain standing.
You go, Alan.
Not yet. standing for the invocation by Imam Musa I. Abdul Ali of Yusuf Shah Islamic Center of Mount Vernon.
Greetings and peace. I give salutations to all the staff, deans, presidents, faculty members, the president, vice president. Let us pray. With God's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer, we stand before you today, dear Lord and Creator, as we gather at the 2023 commencement ceremony here at Lehman College. In your blessed name, humble and grateful for all of your gifts. You alone do we worship. You alone do we seek for aid and assistance. Show us the way, the elevated way. Make yourself a home in our hearts. Teach us the way we must go and how to pursue it. Dear Lord, Creator of us all, bless these graduates, every one of them, and may you fill them with the spirit of your love. We pray that you go forth in this world and be guidance to all human beings, a guiding light. May they remember you in everything and in everybody. May they share the fruits of their knowledge that they benefited from here at Lehman College. We thank you, Lord, and we send special prayers to the parents, the guardians, the grandparents, the family and friends who are standing here today in joy, as well as the Lehman College excellent staff, president, vice president, professors, deans, faculty, and staff members for sharing their knowledge with them. And bless Lehman College to be a beacon of light, a beacon of enlightenment. And finally, Lord, Creator, may you reward these graduates for their hard work, their discipline, their sleepless nights, and missing hours of enjoyment to pursue their goals. We pray and we send prayers and we celebrate you and we glorify you in your holy name, and all together we say, Amen.
Thank you, Imam, and thank you, Jadalyn, for the beautiful singing. Please, everyone, be seated. Once again, welcome and congratulations, class of 2023. And now it is my honor to introduce our guest from the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, the Honorable Angelo Vivolo, who was appointed to the CUNY Board in 2021. Trustee Vivolo has had multiple careers, first as a public high school teacher, later as a restaurateur and hospitality executive, and more recently as a full-time philanthropist. In all of these endeavors, he has championed civil rights and educational opportunity and worked to support the needs of diverse communities across the city, including students at several CUNY colleges. A graduate of Long Island University, Trustee Vivolo is also an alumnus of CUNY, where he pursued graduate studies at Hunter and Brooklyn College. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, President Fernando Delgado, New York State Assembly Member Udell Tapia, New York City Council Member Althea Stevens, President of Borough of Manhattan Community College Anthony Monroe, President of Gutman Community College Larry Johnson, faculty members, parents, families, and most importantly, Lehman College graduating class of 2023. I'm a Brooklyn boy who would come to the Bronx to watch the Yankees But I realize now, after visiting Lehman College and President Delgado, that the real superstars are here at Lehman College, where every day you hit it out of the park to successfully achieve your goals. It is my great pleasure to welcome today's honorary degree recipients, pioneer and founding father of hip-hop, Joseph DJ Grandmaster Flash Sadler. And no, not yet. And former state assemblyman, New York City Councilman Jose Rivera. And welcome to student speaker, magna cum laude, Bachelor of Arts recipient, Alicia Ali. It is truly my great honor to be here today on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York. Class of 2023, we are here to celebrate a significant milestone in your lives, the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, persistence, especially during these extreme challenges of the past few years. This moment is testament to your resilience, strength, and unwavering commitment to your education. You are the pride of CUNY and the pride of New York. We are enormously proud of the class of 2023. Graduates, you have earned a priceless degree from Lehman College, and you are ready to embark on a new journey filled with endless possibilities. As you look to the future, know that knowledge and experience gained during your time at Lehman College will serve you throughout your lives. As you look to the future, my advice is to be bold and dream big, be agents of change, and make the world a better place for the next generation, starting right here and now in New York City. Pursue your passions with courage, confidence, and compassion. As you look to the future, engage in your communities. Speak up for those who cannot. Serve your city and your fellow New Yorkers with pride and integrity. Never underestimate the power of kindness and empathy. In a world that often is divided, choose compassion and stand up for what is right. Small acts of kindness can ignite profound change and create a ripple effect that touches lives far beyond our city. On behalf of the CUNY Board of Trustees, I extend my very best wishes for a bright and successful future. Good luck, class of 2023. I've been given a special honor today to award a graduate. Today I'm especially pleased and honored to present a Lehman student with a special award on behalf of Mayor Eric Adams. The Mayor Eric Adams Award of Honor is bestowed to an individual who rises to the top through hard work, commitment, and excellence. This individual also makes a point to lift others. Their success is defined by service and a generosity of spirit. They lead by example and have a lasting impact on whatever they do. The Mayor Eric Adams Award of Honor is meant for an individual who has not only elevated themselves, but also the people around them and the communities in which they live. This award also recognizes academic achievement, excellence, and service. Patricia McDonough. Patricia McDonough, who is graduating today with a Master's of Science in Organizational Leadership, embodies all of these qualities and more. Patricia also earned her bachelor's at Lehman. Throughout her educational career, she has worked hard to support the success of other Lehman students and to make the Bronx a better place to live. God bless her. Among her credits, she has mentored new students, and she helps run the Lehman College Food Bank. Off campus, she works with unhoused Bronx residents to find them shelter. I am pleased and honored to add that Patricia's son, an Army veteran, is graduating alongside her today with a master's degree in school counseling. Patricia, please accept my heartfelt congratulations. God bless you, and God bless all that you've done and continue to do.
Thank you, Trustee Vivolo, and congratulations, Patricia. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our president, Dr. Fernando Delgado. Mr. President.
Thank you, Professor Prince. Before I begin, I want to also acknowledge that Councilwoman Marjorie Velasquez has joined us. Thank you for coming along, Councilwoman Velasquez. She, like so many of our elected officials, are staunch supporters of CUNY, and most especially in Bronx, that delegation supports and uplifts this campus every day, every week. Now I'm going to have to play with my remarks a little bit. I sat up here earlier and cut out 16 pages of my speech to try to shorten it down. I'm down to 37 pages. So formally, good morning, graduates. Good morning, family members and friends. And good morning to the best-looking faculty in the 5 boroughs. Our dirty little secret is they're also the smartest faculty in the 5 boroughs. Welcome to Lehman College for our 2023 commencement celebration. Thank you, Professor Prince, for presiding, and I know we'll see a lot more of you during the course of the ceremony. I, of course, want to congratulate our graduates. This is your special day. We are here today because of your achievements and the road you took to get here. I hope you will take the day to both reflect on your accomplishments and share them with your loved ones who are here with you, either in person, joining us via live stream, or in spirit. And then perhaps tomorrow you will recover from the celebrations. I want to extend my gratitude to Trustee Vivolo for joining Lehman College's Spring 2023 commencement. This is not the first time he has visited us at Lehman, but perhaps this is the best reason to be on campus. Our trustees play a vital role in how CUNY moves forward, and the support of the entire Board of Trustees is a big reason for your success today. I'm also excited to welcome a number of elected officials, including Bronx Borough President Gibson, Assembly Member Tapia, and New York City Council Member Althea Stevens. Your enthusiastic support of Lehman College and our students serve as constant reminder that positive collaboration keeps public higher education at its most productive. Please stand, our elected officials, so that we can recognize you for your work. So commencement week is an exciting flurry of activity for all of us, particularly for those folks in IT and building and grounds and public safety. The most exciting week for them. I want to offer a big thank you to all of you, the students, the staff, our faculty, my fellow cabinet members, for making this week and today's ceremony possible. Please also give a hand to our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Jermaine Wright, and to Mr. Denny Santos, the chair of the Commencement Committee. We would not be able to have this ceremony and its associated complex logistics without them and their fellow committee members. This day and moment are so meaningful because commencement is a special academic ritual that puts an exclamation point on the sentence that says, "I went to college and I succeeded." Success is never guaranteed. And some of us have to travel a bit further along to get there than perhaps others. For some of us, it's easier. For some of us, it's harder. But if you're sitting there, in your robes, in this heat, no matter how you got here, you all succeeded. And it's no mean feat to succeed, because in fact it is not guaranteed, and you know it's not simple. And somehow, some way, these faculty conspire to assign papers and speeches and exams and, oh my God, finals. And you have to perform at the appropriate level. They don't do it out of the kindness of their heart, and they certainly don't do it to be mean. They do it to test and verify that you have the talent, the knowledge, and the skills to go out there in that world without guarantees and compete and find your success. One of my daughters just finished her first year of college. It went so well, she went to 2 colleges in her first year. The other daughter is completing middle school, and she's about ready to go into high school. Like many of you, like me, they are people of color. They are Latinas. No, me too. I'm proud of them too. But unlike many of us, they will not be the first in their family to graduate from college. They have the benefit and the insights that their parents have gleaned from literally decades in higher education. They face the challenges that any student faces, but they also have a sophisticated support system that is all too aware of the complexities of higher education. And yet, navigating college is still hard. But like many of you, I didn't have parents I could turn to for insight and guidance when I went to college. As SGA President Soto knows so well, the best advice my dad gave me was, and I don't do his accent very well, son, don't get desperate. And with that, he sent me off to college. My parents told me and my siblings to go to college because that was their expectation. That was their hope as immigrants. That they brought us here so that we could gain that toehold, that we would achieve. And we were, like many of you, among the first in our family to go to college and finish. Amongst the first of our family to go to graduate school and finish. Amongst the first in our family to go to medical school and finish. I say that not because I'm proud of my siblings. I'm not. I'm the youngest. Who cares? I say that to identify with your journey and to also put in your minds that if this is not the end of your journey, that in fact you want to go further in higher education, you have all the tools, you have all the abilities, and you have all the grit and resiliency you need to succeed. Still, as we attempted to navigate college, there were a lot of complexities that we just didn't understand. Things that confused us. Things that other people could take for granted that really mystified us. Because that is oftentimes the plight of a first-generation student. So I know it's no small feat to juggle classes and the demands of work and the obligations to your family. And of course, coming to understand yourself in a seemingly foreign place. And to add a little bit more to your spicy lives, along with this, you traveled part of your journey in the midst of a pandemic that profoundly changed the college experience for most people. Being the first can be challenging, whatever your age. But being the first to complete a degree during a time of social and economic upheaval requires a kind of focus and emotional strength that many of us take years to develop. And you already have it. If you have had to take the journey mostly alone, Reflect on the immensity of that and the weight that you have successfully carried. If, however, you have had support from family and friends, reflect on how you might share this singular achievement and be thankful that they were there for you in the ways that they showed up. The fact that you adapted, persevered, and succeeded further reinforces what an accomplishment it is for you to be sitting here in your funny-looking caps, in your oh-so-stylish gowns. I am proud of you for staying the course. I hope you share that pride in yourselves and in one another. You have met our considerable academic standards and have done so at an extraordinarily complex moment for our nation and world. You have seized on an opportunity to grow and to learn, and as you go forward, you can chart your future knowing this education has provided that strong foundation. Be bold in seizing opportunities you've created for yourself. Be proud that you are graduating from the Herbert H. Lehman College of the City University of New York. Seize on what your education has taught you and consider ways to remain engaged. The world will always present complicated challenges, but you can rise to them and you can contribute solutions. As an early professional mentor of mine once said, and I always reflect on Dr. Maiman, my first provost, she would end each commencement with this request of our graduates. So I pass it on to you. Make us proud. Make us better. Make a difference. We believe you can. We know you will. Lehman graduates, congratulations. Thank you for letting us celebrate with you on this special day. You will, I hope, go forth and seek out all those wonderful opportunities and know that Lehman will always be one of your homes. I salute you and wish you all the best on the next phase of your journey. You did it. Enjoy it.
Thank you, President Delgado. Provost Wosu and our Dean of Arts and Humanities, James Mann, now have the privilege of conferring honorary doctorates upon this year's two esteemed recipients. I invite Dean Mann and Provost Wosu to the podium, and may I ask Honorable Jose Rivera to join us center stage.
Provost Wosu, at this time, I would like you to present the proclamation recommending the Honorable Jose Rivera for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
For 40 years, Jose Rivera has represented the people of the Bronx. His decades-long service in the New York State Assembly began in 1982. In 1987, he left Albany to work on issues closer to home as a member of the New York City Council, and he returned to the state legislature in 2000 to head the Bronx Democratic Party and represented the 78th district, this very community. Throughout his career, he fought to elevate the quality of life for borough residents, as well as the people of Puerto Rico, where he was born. And among many causes, he pushed for a higher minimum wage, new and improved green space, and a modernized infrastructure. Before civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was recognized with a federal holiday, he was key in establishing that holiday in the state of New York. Remembering his own struggles as a Puerto Rican migrant, he advocated for immigrant New Yorkers and the welfare of working people who make the city run. He also worked to increase Latino political representation and advance racial and gender diversity in the Bronx court system. As a staunch believer in the power of higher education to transform lives, he found tangible ways to support the expansion and excellence of Lehman College as a center of opportunity and community resource for its neighbors. His vision for the Bronx is ours as well, a borough where educational and cultural institutions are deeply engaged with the communities they call home, and world-class facilities are accessible to all of us. Mr. Rivera's significant contributions to the Bronx, the city, and the state of New York make him an ideal candidate for an honorary CUNY degree from Lehman College. Now be it resolved that Herbert H. Lehman College of the City University of New York awards Jose Rivera the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, at the college's annual commencement ceremony on June 1st, 2023. President Delgado.
Here comes the official card. In pursuance to the authority vested in me by law and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon you, Jose Rivera, the honorable degree of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. You can put the hood on you. He can't see himself, but it looks good.
Can I get some music? So I can dance?
Just move between the mics.
President Delgado, the trustees, faculty, staff, graduate, I am my wife, Blanche, for 55 years, who has been putting up with me for 55 years and has been my pillar. My family, my daughters, Naomi, Joel, Rodney, my granddaughter Lolita, and one of my sisters, Santa. I stand before you today honored and grateful to receive this honorary degree. I want to warn you. That song that you open up with, oh, Jose, can you see? That's my name, Jose Rivera. When I first came to this country, my teacher said to me, I'm going to teach you a song that will live with you for the rest of your life. When I heard her sing, oh, Jose, can you see? I thought that song was composed and dedicated solely for me. It's a great song. So when I arrived in this country in the late 40s with my mother, Georgina Padilla, and my sisters, directly from La Perla in Old San Juan, that's a shanty town, shacks for homeless people, you can say, in Old San Juan, right outside the old city. When we came here, in the middle of a brutally cold winter, and we had no winter clothing, I was given a coat with half of the buttons missing. I can prove it to you because it's all over Facebook. Although my esteemed mother could not speak English, she did everything she could do to care for us, raising us right here in the Bronx as a single mother. I was able to attend Morris High School in the Bronx. And like my sisters, go on to do great things. When my mother raised me, she raised us on a welfare check. We used to get a welfare check in order to survive. How my sister later on became a director of civil service office for the city of New York, and now she started to hand out welfare checks to people that needed help. It is also because of your caring. So my mother's why I stand here today before you. It is also because of your caring parent that each and every one of you are here today. Ready to receive your degree from one of the most distinguished colleges in the entire nation, Lehman. My mother taught us to become better people. Her concern for the well-being of others is what led me to public service. I joined the struggle for social justice and equity, fighting for fairness for historically oppressed people. Learning from people like Helena Valentin, Herman Badillo, and James Houghton, the founder of Harlem Fight Back. That man fighting for jobs, better housing, and better health care, and minority participation in the rebuilding of not only Lincoln Hospital, but also Community College too. As a longtime member of the Carpenters Union, I championed the cause of the working class. I founded a community organization by the name of United Tremont Trades to help secure jobs for many. In 1980, during the presidential campaign, with the attention of the entire world, focus on the Democratic Convention at Madison Square Garden, I helped to organize the People's Convention to coincide and to compete with the Democratic Convention taking place in Madison Square Garden on Charlotte Street. Charlotte Street was a place that our dear president then, Jimmy Carter, who stood with us. God is good. Jimmy is still with us. He couldn't believe what this nation was seeing all over the country. The devastation. The Bronx looked like Berlin or any other country today, destroyed by shelling and bombing. When I did that, it brought attention immediately to the poor and hardworking families that struggle to put food on their table daily. By the way, I have the video to prove it. One of this camera is videotaping. One of this camera belongs to HITN. Another accomplishment for when you're in power, you can help to create institutions that will really be able, in this case, media, television, to inform people in this nation of what is happening here today, what happened there. That's HITN. So please Google HITN. I went to jail for fighting against the decades-old abuse of the people of Vieques, Puerto Rico, by the U.S. Navy. We demanded that it stop its military exercises and leave. And in 1991, with the help of New York City Council, I passed the first ever historic resolution asking President George W. Bush to free the Puerto Rican political prisoners. And we celebrated their release, especially that of my good friend, Oscar Lopez Rivera, who served 36 years in prison and was free in 2017. He never hurt anybody. All he wanted was for Puerto Rico to stop being a colony of the United States. Give me liberty or give me death? Well, Puerto Rico too. I leave you graduates with the same advice my mother gave me. Seek and fight for the well-being of others, even as you seek your own success. For in the end, the measure of your success will determine how well you serve the community and, please, how many videos you take while you're doing it. Congratulations. God bless all of you. Congratulations to your parents. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. I invite Provost Wosu and Dean Mann back to the microphone, and may I ask Joseph Sadler to please stand up.
Yeah, same thing, right?
Place of honor right in the middle.
You need it first.
Provost Wosu, at this time, I would like you to present the proclamation recommending Joseph Sadler, known to the world as DJ Grandmaster Flash, for the degree of Doctor of Music, honoris causa.
Joseph Sadler is a cultural pioneer who 50 years ago helped to bring a galvanizing new form of art and music to the world, playing records at Bronx block parties as DJ Grandmaster Flash. When most DJs would play a record by putting it on the turntable and dropping the needle, Grandmaster Flash was the first DJ to physically lay his fingertips on the surface of a vinyl record and play with it, generating new sounds and rhythms in the process. By treating the record and turntable As a musical instrument, he laid the groundwork for everything a DJ does today. His technique was foundational to the development of hip-hop as a multidisciplinary art form. Break dancers and MCs began to follow Flash to parties so they could rap or dance over the beats he created on the turntables. And before long, he started his own group, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Their success and multi-platinum record sales led to worldwide recognition, including a Grammy Award and the honor of being the first hip-hop group inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hip-hop was born, I want you to hear this, hip-hop was born right here in the Bronx 5 decades ago. And today it is an artistic and musical institution that speaks every language. For his invaluable contribution to culture, which shone a spotlight on the vibrant borough we call home, Joseph Sadler is an ideal candidate for an honorary CUNY degree from Lehman College. Now be it resolved that Herbert H. Lehman College of the City University of New York awards Joseph Sadler the degree of Doctor of Music honoris causa at the college's annual commencement ceremony on June 1st, 2023. Mr. President.
So we're going to do the legal stuff, but I'm going to get honest here. Back when I was in college in the early 1980s, on the other coast, we're not going to do East Coast, West Coast rap here. I could never have imagined this moment would come. Get an undergraduate degree? Okay. Parents expected that. Get a PhD from Iowa? Sure. Being president of a college one day? Plausible. But growing up in East San Jose, standing on a stage in the Bronx, recognizing DJ Grandmaster Flash with an honorary degree, that's some next level stuff right there. Because I'm old enough to know what disco music was. Thank you for rap and hip hop. Thank you for reminding us that much of the best music comes from the rhythm section. Thank you for being the music that energized the lives of me and my fellow classmates as we navigated high school and college and beyond. So Joseph Sadler grew up in the Bronx, as did his music, as did that hip-hop music movement. And you could enjoy it whether or not you had a Bronx zip code, because it's a gentle reminder of the intellectual and creative power that has always existed in the Bronx, even when people thought the Bronx was at its worst. The flame of creativity, the light of intellectual curiosity, still at play. Even if you're not Bronx born, Bronx made. So, for me being here today, president of a Bronx college, with the 50th anniversary of hip-hop amongst us, and I get to live the secret dream of many college presidents and share a stage with Grandmaster Flash. 18-year-old me would be so impressed. So, in pursuance of the authority vested in me by law, And in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon you, Joseph Sadler, the doctorate of Humane Letters. Excuse me, the doctorate of music. In higher ed, that stole the best kind of bling.
A lot of great speakers up here. Tough act to follow. Whoa. I come from a time let me start this differently. I come from the projects. 2730 Dewey Avenue in Thrall's Neck is where I was born. I come from a time, no internet, no social media, no apps, no studios, no engineers, no computers, just duplicate copies of the same song. As a teenager, I had a problem with the way music was produced onto vinyl. I would drop the needle down and let it play from the intro to the verse, getting ready to go to the chorus, but the drummer gets a moment. The part that made me angry was that the drummer only played for a couple of seconds before the rest of the band came back in on the song. I said to myself, this is not the way I hear music. I found a way to count bars, and I came up with this DJ system called the Quick Mix Theory. And that particular area of the song where that drummer played for maybe 2 bars, on turntable number 1, turntable number 2, and the mixer in the middle, I would play the first song up to that drum solo, and before it got to the whack part, I would repeat the drums again, and then I would wind the vinyl counterclockwise before it got to the whack part on this side and throw it again. I turned 10 seconds seamlessly into 10 minutes. At this particular time, ladies and gentlemen, the stars of the time were the breakdancers. So they needed a beat of music to do their routines. In the early 70s, I decided at this park called 63 Park on 168th Street in Boston Road, there was this small park, and I decided to take a microphone and put it on the other side of the table and let people interview musically. If they could talk to this new style of DJing. Many were whack. But it was this one guy, while I was cutting up this song called Apache, just a drum break, he came up with this way of syncopating a vocal on top of my cutting. His name was Cowboy. He is the first official rapper. He's been passed a long time. His name was Keith Wiggins, Cowboy. The DJ no longer had to drop the needle down on the record and let the record just play. I looked at an appliance called the turntable and says, I'm going to turn this into an instrument. So I took off the rubber and put wax paper and felt and then the vinyl. So while the platter was spinning clockwise, I could spin the record back counterclockwise and stay in one particular area while the rapper was speaking. It's 50 years later, and arguably, it's the biggest music on planet Earth. Today they call it rap. I am its inventor. I'm going to go into this speech, but before I do that, let me kick the Willy Bobo to y'all, kick the signs to y'all. We from the Bronx, we are starters. We are finishers. We are very, very important. And I must tell you, young people, as you go out into the world, you will probably do what I did, but I still managed to accomplish it. It's making mistakes. I cannot tell you how many mistakes I made before the technique finally came into fruition. I say to you young people, as you leave here, you will scrape your knees, guaranteed. But we Bronx people, we go hard. Is hip hop in the house today? I said, is hip hop in the house today? Is Lehman College in the house today? I did what I did with absolutely nothing. With today's technology, computers, studios, engineers, social media, internet, you guys got a head start on being the next geniuses, guys. You have an incredible head start. I can remember while touring, trying to tell the world the Bronx matters. This thing came from the Bronx, this thing called hip hop. So I stand in front of you guys and women. You are the next genius. It's up to you now. You guys are the future. And remember, you will scrape your knees. You'll fall a few times. You'll make mistakes because nobody's perfect. But please continue to persevere, because what you might have in your head may be the next big thing. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Focus. Focus. President Delgado, Provost, WOSU, deans, faculty, staff, foundation board members, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2023. all these years you've been here, it's time for you to take the concept of what it is you want to do and bring it into real life. Bring it into real life. Bring it into real life. I need everybody here to understand what you do now will have tremendous impact on your future. It is now 50 years of hip hop. I was part of the very beginning. I did it at a time that I didn't think there would be this. But it's become a cultural, worldwide movement. And this teeny tiny city called the Bronx is responsible for the biggest music on planet Earth. So I say to you, take this to the next level. And whatever it is that you want to do, remember you're going to scrape your knees. Don't let nobody out there tell you you cannot do it. Because it's all possible, ladies and gentlemen. I come from the projects, and the projects taught me community, taught me love, and it taught me perseverance. There's hip-hop in the building today. I come from the Bronx. I live in the Bronx. I love the Bronx. On behalf of Lehman College, thank you so much for this incredible award. Thank you so much. I gotta say, musically, I got every award that you could possibly have, from Grammys to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but this one right here, because it comes from right here, it's the most important. My name is Grandmaster Flash. Thank you.
That was so exciting. As a fellow musician, I feel I got a shot of inspiration just now. Thank you so much. Absolutely wonderful. And now I'm delighted to introduce our student commencement speaker, Ms. Alicia Ali, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology. Alicia Ali grew up in a small village in Guyana. At 14, she moved to the U.S. with her family, like so many Lehman students, to start a new life. Although she found the adjustment in life in New York difficult, she understood the importance of hard work and the transformational power of education, both of which served as guideposts as she completed high school and pursued her college degree at Lehman. With the support of her mother, her professors, and her mentors, Alicia flourished. Among her numerous accomplishments, she was named a presidential scholar, became active in the student government, and joined the Psi Chi Honor Society, and was a Braven Fellow. Although Alicia is about to graduate, she has decided that her undergraduate education is not complete. The mind and body are connected, and so too is their care, which is one reason why Alicia plans to pursue a Bachelor of Science now in nursing. Yeah, that's amazing. With education and experience in both fields, she knows she can make a profound difference in the lives of those who need it most. Please welcome your 2023 student speaker, Alicia Ali.
Hello, graduates, esteemed faculty, honored guests. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today on this momentous occasion of your commencement to celebrate the culmination of years of dedication and perseverance. Today marks a significant milestone in your lives, and I am honored to be a part of this unforgettable moment. What do you want to be when you grow up? We've all been asked this question, and I'm sure as children, we've responded with the most ambitious answers. With time, and perhaps a better sense of reality, our responses to this same question have changed. I imagine if I were to ask all of you today this exact question, you'd probably respond with how you secured a great job at a hospital or finance company. Some of you might explain that what you're doing isn't your dream job, but it pays the bills. Or some might even say you have no idea at all, which is also okay. But did you notice that none of these responses actually answered the question I was asking? Because what you want to be is not the same as what you want to do. Doing means actions, but being implies presence to our actions. It implies intentions. The difference seems so small, but in the real world, who we choose to be is far more important than what we choose to do. In whichever career we choose to pursue, we will always face deadlines and sometimes exhaustion. And in that stressful environment, it feels like the only way to succeed is to do. But so much is lost in this approach. Because when you just check off the boxes, it becomes too hard to align what we do with who we want to be and what kind of presence we want to have in the world. We lose sight of the greater purpose of why this all matters. So allow me to share why standing here today, graduating among all of you, matters to me. You see, I am a first-generation college graduate, and like many of you, I had to overcome obstacles and challenges to get here. This journey has shaped who I am and the message I want to share with you today. I was born and raised in a small country in South America called Guyana. When I was 14 years old, I had moved to New York with my parents and my brother for no other than the so-called American dream that every immigrant family attempts to achieve. Leaving everything I knew behind and moving here was a daunting experience, as you can imagine. Unfamiliar surroundings, cultural differences, and the pressure to succeed academically made the transition even more difficult. Like many of the parents sitting to here, in hopes of achieving this American dream, my parents worked tirelessly with little to no days off, with the underlying motivation that I, their daughter, would be able to achieve higher education and make all of their sacrifices worth it. So as I stand here today, I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. Wherever you are in the crowd, thank you for your unwavering support, for your endless sacrifices, and your unflattering belief in me. My journey has been far from easy, but I am glad my growth took place here at Lehman. It has taught me a valuable life lesson: resilience. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when the odds are stacked against you. It is the determination to never give up on your dreams, no matter how difficult the path may be. Similarly, your hardships, whatever they may be, have brought you here now and have shaped and formed you into the version of yourself that you are today, sitting there in your cap and gown. So to the graduating class of 2023, I say congratulations. As you embark on your own journey, remember that success is not about individual achievement. So take the time to thank those who have helped you along the way, and remember to pay it forward by supporting those who come after you. Always remember to be resilient, to be kind, to be leaders, and above all, to be true to yourselves. The canvas of life is yours to paint, and the possibilities to be are endless. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ali, and congratulations. I now want to take a moment to address our full-time and part-time faculty seated to my right. Yes, and everyone who works with our students to ensure their success. And I want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you for your service to this illustrious institution. And please rise so we can give you a warm round of applause. Please, yes. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Now I have the honor of individually recognizing two members of our distinguished faculty with the Excellence in Teaching Award. And I invite President Delgado back to the podium to join me. First, we recognize a full-time faculty member who has been named Teacher of the Year by a selection committee of faculty who have previously received the award. Will Professor Penny Prince please join me at the center stage? Penny Prince has been a musician all her life and has taught music and music education at Lehman for 20 years. What she loves most about teaching music, she says, is the creativity and the spontaneity that come about when taking cues from her students. She's also a prolific composer with 300 musicals to her name, 20 of which have been produced at the college. Composition is a key part of our pioneering collaborative musical theater method, in which she writes the music and the lyrics and casts collaboration on the script. Cinderella 21, which was developed in this collaborative way, won the American Prize in Musical Theater last year. And last year's production, yes, let's give a round of applause for that as well. And last year's production, Sleeping Beauty 22, is now in the finals for this same award. Professor Prince has been honored by the Music Educators Association of New York City. The Bronx recognizes its own, and ASCAP with 18 merit awards for her compositions. Here at Lehman, she is active in the Faculty Senate and founded the Reentry Committee, a Lehman committee that really works on justice-impacted students, getting them to college, and also working with their family members. Her colleagues, students, and former students know her as a caring mentor and a tireless advocate. As one Lehman colleague puts it, she does go above and beyond her call as a professor by giving her students the tools they need to not only become better musicians and educators, but also better people. Please join me in congratulating a dear friend, Professor Prince, on being named the Teacher of the Year.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you. We now recognize an adjunct faculty member who has been chosen also by a selection committee as Adjunct Teacher of the Year. Will James Gain please come to the center stage? Professor James Gain is an adjunct lecturer in the Department of Mathematics, where he has taught for 21 years. A full-time carpenter prior to his academic career, he attended Lehman College at night to earn a bachelor's degree in mathematics, and not long after that was offered an adjunct teaching position in the department. In 2009, he returned to Lehman College to earn a master's degree in mathematics. Again, working during the daytime, this time as an adjunct instructor, and then attending classes at night. For his fellow faculty members, James is the dictionary definition of a colleague, mentoring new adjuncts, fostering a love of teaching, and generously sharing his classroom strategies. This generosity of spirit is not limited to faculty. One former student who has since joined him on the adjunct faculty noted how instrumental Professor Gain has been in preparing his students for life beyond the classroom, inspiring them to become the best version of themselves. Please join me in congratulating Professor James Gain on being named Adjunct Teacher of the Year by our college.
Before we move on to what you all came here for, I want you to help me thank one more group of people who make this day possible. Commencement and graduation are significant rites of passage in your lives, graduates. This is true also for those who witness you reach these milestones. So let's honor the friends and family, many of whom are here, some watching from afar, for all they've done to support you in your journey. Graduates, please turn around, give them a shout too.
And now, President Delgado, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present the 3,458 candidates who have qualified for degrees and advanced certificates from Herbert H. Lehman College of the City University of New York. We will present candidates according to their academic school, beginning with Arts and Humanities, then the School of Education, the School of Continuing and Professional Studies, the School of Natural and Social Sciences, the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing, and our newest school, the sixth school, the School of Business. Each of our six deans will present the candidates from their school. May I now ask Dean James Mann of the School of Arts and Humanities to present candidates within his school.
Thank you, Professor Wilson. I am honored to present the candidates for bachelor's and master's degrees in the School of Arts and Humanities. Please rise to be recognized when you hear the name of your department and remain standing. Africana Studies. Art. English. History. Journalism and Media Studies. Languages and Literatures. Latin American and Latino Studies. Music, Multimedia, Theater and Dance. And Philosophy. Provost Wosu, this concludes the presentation of all candidates for degrees in the School of Arts and Humanities. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dean Mann. Will Dean Renee Palmer present the candidates for degrees and advanced certificates within the School of Education?
Provost Wosu, I am honored to present the candidates for degrees and certifications in the School of Education. Please rise when the name of your department is called, and please remain standing. Counseling, Leadership, Literacy, and Special Education. Early Childhood and Childhood Education. Middle and High School Education. Provost Wosu, this concludes the presentation of all candidates for degrees and certifications in the School of Education. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Palmer. At this time, I invite Dean El Gloria Harrison to present the candidates for degrees within the School of Health Sciences, Human Services, and Nursing. This year, in addition to those students earning bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and certifications, we are recognizing the inaugural cohort of candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree, the first at our college. These candidates also have the distinction of being the very first group of doctoral students to graduate from Lehman College.
the students, the Doctor of Nurse Practice students, please stand. A doctoral degree is a major achievement. In order to earn the Doctor of Nursing Practice, each candidate must develop an original research project and write a dissertation, guided and evaluated by an advisory committee and a faculty chair. Because we want to celebrate Lehman's very first cohort of doctoral students with all of you today, we are presenting them with their doctoral regalia at the commencement ceremony. May I ask Ms. Randall, with their faculty advisors, join them in the front row to present each with their doctoral hood. After each candidate's name, I will read the dissertation title and the name of the dissertation chair. Khadija E.J., implementing an intervention to improve medication adherence in African American males with hypertension. Dr. Brenda Acevedo is the chair. Dr. Brenda Hernandez Acevedo, please hood your candidate. Reduction, Chanira Nebo, reduction of the rate of patient no-show to scheduled appointments in an outpatient clinic. Dr. Teresa Lundy, chair. Dr. Lundy, please hood your candidate. Rhea Newton, implementation of a nurse-driven vancomycin monitoring protocol to streamline ordering process and improve workflow efficiency. Dr. Sheila Hankin is the chair, but unfortunately Dr. Hankin is not here, so Dr. Eleanor Campbell, please hood your candidate. Sunitha Roy, implementation of a pediatric sepsis simulation education intervention to improve the competency of healthcare providers in an emergency department. Dr. Eleanor Campbell, the chair. Dr. Campbell, please hood your candidate. Rosa Sapaden, reducing long wait times through open access scheduling in an internal medicine clinic. Dr. Darlene Dixon, chair. Dr. Dixon, please hood your candidate. Maine Uden, documentation and evaluation of a primary care diabetes education program. Dr. Catherine Alicia Georges, chair. Dr. Georges, please hood your candidate. Candidates, you may be seated. I'd like to add that Dr. Georges, who retired the department, and she is a powerhouse, the mover and shaker who built up the Department of Nursing over the course of her career. Then she focused her effort and energy on getting this doctoral program off the ground. So thank you, Dr. Georges. And congratulations to all our new Doctor of Nurse Practice on your achievement. It is now my honor to present all candidates for undergraduate, graduate degrees, and certificates in the School of Health Science, Human Services, and Nursing. Please rise when you hear the name of your department and remain standing. The Department of Exercise Science and Recreation. The Department of Health Equity, Administration, and Technology. The Department of Health Promotion and Nutrition Sciences. The Department of Social Work. The Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences. And the Department of Nursing. Provost Russo, this concludes the presentation of all candidates for degree and certificate in the School of Health Science, Human Services, and Nursing. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dean Harrison. I want to add that the Doctor of Nursing practice may be the first, but is no longer the only doctoral program at Lehman College. This summer, we began welcoming the first cohort of our new doctoral program in Organizational Leadership, Development, and Change housed in the School of Education. And that program begins effectively in fall, so stay tuned. In a few short years, Lehman College's commencement will include our first graduating doctoral degree candidates in education, in addition to our doctoral degree in nursing practice that you've seen this afternoon. These are remarkable accomplishments as we continue our efforts to strengthen our mission of transforming lives and advancing our region's economy and beyond. At this time, may Dean Jane McKillop present the candidates for degrees within the School of Continuing and Professional Studies. Dean McKillop.
Thank you, Provost Wazoo. I'm honored today to present the candidates for degrees in the School of Continuing and Professional Studies. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Liberal Studies please rise? Will the candidates for the Bachelor's degree in Self-Determined Studies and the candidates for the CUNY Baccalaureate please rise? I would also like to ask our 187 adult degree program graduates to stand up and give us a shout. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. Provost Wazoo, this concludes the presentation of all candidates for degrees in the School of Continuing and Professional Studies.
Thank you, Dean McKillop. At this time, may Dean Pamela Mills present the candidates for degrees within the School of Natural and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Provost Wosu. I am honored to present the candidates for the bachelor's and master's degrees in the School of Natural and Social Sciences. Please rise as you hear the name of your department and remain standing. Anthropology, Biological Sciences, Chemistry, Earth, Environmental, and Geospatial Sciences, Mathematics, Physics and Astronomy, Political Science, Psychology, Sociology, and Computer Science. Provost Wosu, this concludes the presentation of all candidates for the degrees in the School of Natural and Social Sciences. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dean Mills. Our new School of Business, yes, our new School of Business, which opened for business last summer, is the first and only public school of business in the Bronx and Westchester region. I am enormously delighted to invite Dean Hurley, Interim Dean of the School of Business, to the podium to present the candidates for degrees in the new school.
Thank you, Provost Nosu. I am honored to present our candidates for bachelor's and master's degrees in the first graduating class of the School of Business. Please rise to be recognized when you hear the name of your department and remain standing. Accounting, Management and Business Innovation, Finance, Information Systems and Economics. Provost Wosu, this concludes the presentation of all candidates for the degrees in the School of Business. Congratulations, you may be seated.
Thank you, Dean Hurley. At this time, I now invite your attention and applause for those students who are graduating with honors and special distinctions today. Will everyone who received Latin honors, who is a member of an honor society, or a recipient of departmental honors, scholarships, or awards, please rise. And please remain standing. Please remain standing. Will all students who are veterans please rise? Remain standing. Will all members of the staff of Lehman College who are graduating today please rise? And will all students who are the first in their families to graduate from college please rise? Please remain standing. And now may all degree candidates please rise. All degree candidates. And remain standing, all of you. Please remain standing. President Delgado, we have now presented all candidates for bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees, as well as certificates and advanced certificates from Herbert H. Lehman College, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Business Administration, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Science, Master of Science in Business, Master of Science in Education, Master of Social Work, certificates and advanced certificates, and a Doctor of Nursing Practice.
In pursuance to the authority vested in me by law, on the recommendation of the faculty, and in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York, I now confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended. My congratulations to all of you. the bachelor's, master's, certificate, advanced certificate, and doctoral graduates of Lehman College. I now invite all the undergraduates to turn your tassels to the left to signify the completion of your studies. And congratulations again to the class of 2023. So before we conclude, one final reminder to you graduates. The world needs a little bit more Bronx flavor. Go out there and give them some. Before we are sung out with the alma mater, this concludes the 2023 commencement ceremony. For any of you who have missed it, the entire event will be posted to YouTube soon, and a video montage of graduating moments will be on the Lehman College website later today. I know the day is young, so you've still got a lot more celebrating to do, but before we go, let's have Jadlyn Garcia come back up and sing us out the alma mater.